Hey everyone, so this is day 7. You've almost been working out with us a week, which is fantastic, so well done if you're still here. It's going to be a little bit of an easy one today, a little bit more chilled out. We need to program in some recovery, and for some people recovery can be just a full rest day, and for some people that means flexibility, that means stretching. Now that would be active recovery, which is something when you've been working out for a while, definitely something we recommend. And even if you're a beginner, going for a nice gentle walk is definitely good active recovery. However, if you are brand new to working out as well, you might be exhausted. That's totally fine. If you're on level 1, that means I've programmed in a full rest day for you today, so no need to do anything heavy. If you want to go for a walk, maybe do that. If you want to have a little stretch, sure, why not? But just make sure you focus on your nutrition and get ready for a good day tomorrow. Now level 2 and 3, if you're feeling overtired from this work and you do want to take today as a full rest day, you feel free. But if you want to do some active recovery, I've got a program for you, so got you covered either way. So for level 2 and 3, it's a flexibility based routine. We've got some yoga moves in there, we've got some aerobic recovery as well, some lighter moves. It's going to be quite nice. This will help with our active recovery, help get nutrients flowing through the body, means that we can fire on all cylinders for the next 2 big days after this. Now level 2, your work today is pretty breezy. It involves some basic stretching done twice. We'll warm up with Beginner and Disturbance Meadow, 2 easy running tracks just to make sure that you're fully warm and that your muscles will respond better to these stretches. Now we'll do Warrior 1 pose, working our flanks and hips. The hinge pose movement, which stretches our shoulders and back and gets some additional work on the hips as well. Warrior 2 pose is next, which you'll have performed on Tuesday as well. This move gets a lovely stretch across the chest and shoulders. Ensure that you're breathing slowly and deeply as the game instructs. It really helps to get the most out of these moves. Standing forward fold finishes our movement cycle with a stretch across the back and the legs. You should feel this in your hamstrings as well, which is really good as they can get quite tight, so it's good to get a good stretch on. Now, repeat the 4 movements and that's your flexibility set. Nice and easy. Level 3's your stretch session goes over a variety of areas to make sure we're stretching it good, and a large focus for you today is the breathing. Really focus on that slow, steady breathing to get the maximum amount of these stretches and movements. Now we'll start with 2 jogging areas to ensure we are warmed up well and our muscles will be all malleable and ready to work. We'll start with the overhead bend to work the posterior chain and to get a stretch over the back muscles with the overhead reach involved. We'll then perform the Warrior 1 pose followed by Revolved Crescent Lunge pose. Both of these involve a stretch at your core, but will also allow you to test your range with the lunge. Hinge pose and standing forward fold again use the hip hinge well while stretching the shoulders and legs out, which you'll want to do after the work that we've done this week. We'll then repeat Warrior 1 for that core stretch and then go into Warrior 2, which allows us to relax and stretch the chest and the legs as well. Make sure your feet are in the proper position as tip shows, as this allows you to gain some stretching on the inner thigh, which is a very easy place to let get tight. Our final move is fan pose, which is a difficult but effective stretching move. Try to get your legs as close to tip as possible, but if you can't get it perfect, don't overstretch from that range of motion because this could cause injury. Once you're in a comfortable position, doesn't matter if the angle's not quite there, do the side bends to the best of your ability. Hopefully you're feeling good. These moves will be working on our flexibility, which will give us a better range of motion to perform some of the harder moves coming up at the end of the month. The suppleness of your body will help decrease the injury risk from other movements. It enhances our posture through reducing tightness, and also the act of stretching increases blood flow and temperature, which helps delivery of nutrients, which is pretty cool too. It's all good things. Now the fit fact. Since today's a flexibility day, I figured we'd actually talk about why we stretch for about 30 seconds. You'll have heard me say this before, but maybe you're wondering why. Well, research has shown that stretching for over 30 seconds has no additional benefit to your body than stretching for between 15 and 30, unless you are over the age of 65. They don't actually lengthen anymore. You see, when we first stretch, it will feel like there's a point where you can't stretch any further. This is the muscle spindle taking effect, which is sending a signal to the brain saying that you can't go any further. It's a protective reflex to help make sure that we don't tear our muscles. Then, the Golgi tendon organs will kick in and will say, hey, actually, this is okay, it's okay to go a little bit further. And then that tension will relax slightly, allowing us to stretch even further. That reflex takes 15 seconds. So once you've been stretching for 15 seconds and the Golgi tendon organ takes effect, you can then increase the stretch a little more, but that organ won't refire. So once you're at that point, you won't be able to stretch any further. That makes sense, yeah? Fantastic. Well, look, thanks for watching today. I hope you have a lovely day and you've had a nice rest, relaxation day, a little bit of stretching, a little bit of good stuff, and I will see you tomorrow for a fantastic full body workout. Let me know if you've got any questions, feedback, comments, whatever. I'll get back to you. Thanks so much. I'll see you tomorrow.